Hello, I'm Zachary. I've been in Japan for about 6 months now. I came in May. I'm from Canada, Vancouver, working as a chef. Yeah, came to Japan to learn more about cutting fish for sushi. I can make the nigiri, I can do my rolls, I know how to do the rice and everything. I've spent my time already learning all that. I came just to learn about cutting the fish for sushi. Fortunately, finding that job as a foreigner with a 1-year working holiday visa is actually very difficult. So working at a knife shop is a good, in the meantime, job until I get those kind of experiences.
So you guys start early today, it's like not even really open, right?
Well, the doors are open, so people are gonna come inside as soon as they see us in here, right? I feel like it's very Japanese business style, right? Like, oh, the customer wants to come in, you gotta do what you gotta do. We have this little incense that we light, and I just burn it a little bit.
Whoa, the nice smell.
Some nice smells going. It's such a small thing, but I feel like it actually makes a difference, because on days that I don't do this, we don't have a good start. But if I do this and like respect it, we get really busy really fast. I had the idea like, okay, well, I need to find some kind of job. So I printed off some resumes and walked down to Kappabashi, and first store I went into, I ended up getting the job the next day.
Wow.
I gave them my resume, had a quick like 2-minute conversation with the owners. The next day they phoned me and said, you want a job? And so it was very easy, yeah. So we have to oil the knives every morning and every night. So I'm just refilling these guys with a little bit of fresh oil. So they get dried out after a while.
Oh wow.
And so you use this guy, and you rub this on the knife, then use a tissue to clean off the extra oil.
Okay.
So I'm just putting a little bit of fresh oil in.
That's cool.
So with carbon steel knives, you have to keep them dry. They do rust, right? If you're using the knife every day, washing and drying it is all you really need to do. But if you're only using it like once a month, you should oil the blade between uses, just in case like the humidity spikes, you don't want it to rust while you're not watching the knife, right? But in our store, people are touching them with oily hands. They, it's very humid in Japan anyway. Like, so yeah, we just oil the knives every day in the morning, and then right before we go home, just to prevent any rusting from happening while we're not watching the knife. I wake up at usually between like 7:30-ish. I'll get up, I'll have a shower, hang out with my girlfriend for a bit, have a cup of coffee. She works at a cafe, so she makes me a really nice like espresso or cappuccino in the morning. I leave for work at 8:30. There's a couple train stations that are closer, but I like getting off at Asakusa because one, the train goes by the Sky Tree, so it's nice to see that every morning. And then I like walking through like the arcade, like Shotengai shopping street in the morning. Get to see some of the locals and the shops opening up and see what's new, and it's a fun walk for me. So I walk from the station to here is about like another 10-15 minute walk. And I get here around 9:30, and I am always the first person here.
Nice.
Yeah. Do you have your name tag?
My training.
Yeah.
Bah, du coup, moi je m'appelle Greg, enchanté, je viens de France, donc je suis arrivé en août pour pareil vivre au Japon. Et du coup j'ai trouvé ce travail qui est à côté, puisque premièrement ils cherchaient un français justement, parce qu'on a beaucoup de clients français. Du coup ça a fait le fait que je parle japonais, français, anglais, du coup...
Tu parlais déjà japonais?
Un tout petit peu, pardon.
Ouais.
Pas...
T'étais déjà venu ici avant?
C'est ça, je suis déjà venu pour 1 mois à Kyoto, où j'avais fait une école de langage pour apprendre le japonais pendant 1 mois. J'ai recommencé en août encore une fois encore à Kyoto, parce que je suis la plus belle des villes. Ma copine est japonaise aussi, donc ça aide pas mal. Et...
C'est beaucoup de raisons du coup.
Beaucoup de raisons. Ici, je travaille réellement depuis 2 semaines à peu près. 2 semaines. Donc je suis vraiment heureux. J'ai déjà fait des autres travails de vente en France, mais là c'était beaucoup plus travail acharné où il fallait vendre. Il y a beaucoup moins de clientèle, mais à la fois c'est aussi plus simple de vendre. Parce que les clients quand ils viennent, c'est pour se faire plaisir, c'est pas pour un achat où ils sont obligés de le faire.
Maguro Bocho. It's a bluefin tuna knife.
Wow.
So for filleting and breaking up the whole fish.
So that's what they use in the fish market?
Yes. I always feel so cool oiling this knife. Almost 1 million yen. Not the most expensive knife in our shop. This one is 3 million yen. Hamon line, find the light, is Fujisan Topayo.
Wow.
Right, you see that?
Yeah.
It's like Mount Fuji.
It's all about the details.
Keen, pearl, rishi. It's also a one of one. It was made by one of the top craftsmen in Japan and then finished by the current top in Japan. And it's like, yeah, it's one of one. There's no two of this knife. Our shop is very not focused on commission or pushing sales. That is not our style. I don't like it personally. Like I don't want to work in like a competitive between colleagues environment. I'd rather work as a team, give the customers a really nice experience, and teach them something. I'm a big learner. If I'm not learning something new, I feel like I'm dead in the water, right? So I hope to impart some wisdom or some knowledge onto my customers that come in here. And if you don't buy a knife, but you learn something, I'm equally as happy as if you bought 3 or 4 knives. Like it really doesn't matter to me. It's innate. You can vacuum down here, please. Oh, we gotta do dusting first. Clean your glass. Dakiris, Petties, Gyuto, Santoku. You did the top 3, right?
Yeah.
Top 3 is done. Did you do this side yet?
Sides? Yeah.
Done?
Yep.
Sick. Just that last knife?
Yep.
Sweet, buddy, you're fast. Opening procedures. Step 1, oil all the knives. 2, somebody cleans the glass and does dusting. 3, we space all the knives and straighten them all so that each section looks nice and even. Sometimes the knives get mixed up, so we fix those. And then after the dusting's done, we'll vacuum the floors, sometimes mop if it's raining. And the diagram is set up. Customers can select a cut. And then we're open.
Okay. So it takes about like 30 minutes?
Yeah, give or take. Depending on who's cleaning and oiling the knives, it can go pretty fast. Sometimes I'm doing it by myself, but it takes quite a while.
Ok.
Moi c'était plus les katanas ma spécialité. Bon, au Japon, il n'y a pas de coutelier attitré, c'est tous des forgerons, c'est ceux qui forgent les katanas. Ils font aussi les couteaux par exemple. C'est les mêmes.
So, conversationally, I'm pretty bad. Don't ask me how I get my hair cut here, it's pretty tricky. But I have really good like kitchen Japanese and knife Japanese. Because again, I'm a chef, been doing Japanese food for a while, so I learned a lot in kitchens and how to use knives and stuff. So most of my Japanese is very focused on those things. Do you have a smartphone on you? Mine's too old. Do you have a phone on you? Can I borrow your phone?
Yeah.
Check this out.
There you go. Oh.
So if you just... No, don't need a camera.
Okay,
just
yeah.
go back to your, yeah. And then if you touch this here...
Whoa.
Texture. There's a chip in the handle of these, right?
Technology.
And these are actually made of recycled ocean plastic. So Tsushima, one of Japan's most western islands, kind of halfway between Japan mainland and like Korea.
Ghost of Tsushima.
Ghost of Tsushima, great game. So the east coast of that island is pristine. It's so beautiful. It almost looks tropical, right? But the west coast, because of the way the ocean currents run, it's covered in waste ocean plastic. Like it's almost looks like a landfill. It's so bad. There's this volunteer group called Tsushima Kappa. They go around and collect all the plastic and sort it all by colors. And then we take that plastic and melt it down and pack it into handles for some of our knives. And then a part of the proceeds of these handles goes back to that organization to continue cleaning the beaches, right?
That's a chef.
Damn.
Ah d'accord. Ah, c'est de nouvelles sensations. Putain, ça coûte tellement bien. Ça me donne envie de cuisiner ça. C'est incroyable, les amis. Franchement, c'est une expérience qui est sympa. Ça donne envie de mettre la main à la pâte et de devenir cuistot en fait. D'avoir un couteau aussi bien balancé et tout, c'est incroyable. La belle la vie. Bon, le couteau.
Attends, t'as... Oli is busy, huh?
Yeah, good morning so far.
It's always like that?
Today's a little busier for a morning than normal, but it gets like this regularly.
That's cool.
Yeah, 2 or 3 times a day we'll have a push like this, and then once this group leaves, we'll probably have about an hour or 2 of just doing this, waiting for the next batch to come in, right? I think yesterday I sold like 17 knives yesterday, just myself. And then plus 4 other staff members, right? And we're all... Yeah, it's a lot of knives, yeah.
La journée type, c'est grosso modo, c'est un peu ça, c'est attendre que les clients arrivent, après c'est leur demander d'où ils viennent, parce qu'en général, comme c'est souvent de l'étranger, on demande un peu d'où ils viennent pour savoir qui on va envoyer comme vendeur. Quand c'est des Français, c'est soit moi, soit Tina. Quand c'est des Japonais, ça va être Ayaka, Paul par exemple. Après, ça dépend un peu peu de qui ça va être. En fait, on a un peu tous les profils. On a ceux qui veulent ramener un beau cadeau du Japon. En général, un beau couteau, ils vont dire ouais, celui-là c'est bien, je vais ramener un couteau qui fasse vraiment typé japonais. Ou il y a ceux du coup qui s'y connaissent réellement, et ceux qui s'y connaissent pas du tout et qui, comme je dis, qui veulent juste ramener un souvenir. Et il y a un peu tous les profils. Mais très souvent, après, ils repartent parce que du coup, on leur apprend les choses. On dit, ouais, donc il y a plusieurs types d'acier, ça rouille pas, ça rouille, etc. Ça, c'est mieux pour, par exemple, l'acier blanc, c'est mieux pour les sashimi parce que c'est l'acier un peu plus pur. L'acier bleu, ça reste mieux à la roue. Enfin, il y a plein de trucs comme ça où ils repartent après. Ils disent, ah ouais, franchement, c'est cool et tout. Les clients, on va pas prendre plusieurs couteaux. Il y en a qui le font, mais ils vont pas dire, tiens, je vais prendre un couteau à poisson, un couteau à sushi, un couteau pour les légumes. En général, ils prennent un couteau qui fait tout, ça fait le café, c'est sympa et c'est un beau souvenir du Japon.
The trainee training the trainee. Love it. I love it. Working here? No, it's pretty straightforward. The problem is starting the cycle of getting a phone number or an apartment or a bank account. Because like, you can't get a bank account without an address, but you can't get an apartment without a phone number, but you can't get a phone number without a bank account. So like, where do you start in that cycle, right? Like once you get into that, you can complete the circle, it's easy. But getting that first step is very tricky. Luckily, my girlfriend was Japanese, so she helped me through a lot of that.
Cool.
Here we are now. This is the lull. This is the lunchtime nothingness.
Lunchtime. Everybody's eating, I guess.
Yep. So the early birds have done their shopping, they're off having lunch now.
Yeah.
The regular tourists have just gotten up, they're having their lunch now, they're slowly gonna make their way down here, right?
Ah, yeah, that's true. So I guess like the next rush hour will be like around 2 p.m.
1:32, start picks up again.
Okay.
But this is, right, we just started our lunch breaks recently, so now cycle through everybody.
Safe travels, guys. Bye-bye.
Trop cool.
Bonne ambiance, c'est cool.
Ouais, c'est trop stylé en vrai. What time do you take your break time?
There's no usual. It's between 11:30 and 2.
Okay.
Sometime in there, depending on who's working, who can cover me for my break, who like, we both can't go on break at the same time, right? One of us needs to be here.
Because you guys are the senpai, right?
We're the senpais, yeah. I packed a bento today.
Okay.
I'm gonna heat that up, but
Okay.
I have a smoking addiction as well to the caffeine. So I'm just gonna sneak around the corner, have a smoke, and then I'll go show you my lunch.
The bento, so you're
Huh.
a chef, you
Yes.
cook it yourself.
Yes.
Chef's bento.
That's my bento. It's not pretty, but it's really tasty. Got some rice cooker made chashu don looking stuff. Made some kimpira, some spinach. Not bad.
Wow, look at that.
Not bad. Not bad.
Wow.
It's okay.
It's modest.
Well, for me, these are just okay. I've definitely made some that looks a lot nicer than that. At 5 o'clock, we start our closing routine. So we oil the knives again, we vacuum and mop the floors, we clean up the second floor into the bathroom, take care of the garbages and everything. 6 o'clock, doors are closed. Sometimes customers are already in before that, so you gotta finish serving them, you know. If they're doing a sake tasting, you hang out, you let them drink. If they're buying knives, you try to expedite a little bit, you don't wanna be here too long, but it is what it is, right? Again, not pushing the sale, just enjoying our time together. And then usually at 6 o'clock we're done. Sometimes 6:30, 6:45. And then I go back. 15-minute walk, 20-minute train, 10-minute walk home. Unless, I do like hanging out with my coworkers as well. It's really nice to have that kind of relationship, team building time. So regularly after work, a couple of us, 3 or 4 of us at a time, we'll all go out into Asakusa and we'll have a drink at a bar or we'll go to izakaya. Goodbye! Sayonara!
Et voilà, c'est tout pour aujourd'hui. J'espère que vous avez apprécié cette petite vidéo. En tout cas, je voulais prendre le temps de remercier Musashi, donc le magasin qui m'a accueilli, qui m'a permis de faire cette petite vidéo en immersion, de pouvoir suivre ses employés. C'était super intéressant de voir un peu le quotidien et le fonctionnement en fait d'une boutique dans le quartier de Kappabashi, un quartier traditionnel. Donc voilà, si maintenant vous cherchez des couteaux, vous cherchez un petit cadeau authentique du Japon, vous savez où aller. Donc si vous êtes intéressé par leurs produits ou l'emplacement de l'établissement, je vous mets tous les liens dans la description. Moi sur ce, je vous dis merci d'avoir regardé encore une fois. Tchou tchou, bye bye et à très bientôt.